Punjabi. Urdu is Hindu.
I knew it. Punjabi.
Punjabi.
So at this point, I was just confirming that what I had said earlier on, that I had thought that Maryam was an Indian. So her saying that she spoke around that was just kind of like confirming. I was super excited. Punjabi.
Punjabi is Hindu.
That's some Indian. Okay, like so that is some Indian kind of like
Yeah,
thing.
it is.
Exactly. Na ndio nilikuanga okay, like sikuwa far off na hiyo stuff.
I understand a bit of Kikuyu.
Nyatia.
Huh?
Nyatia.
I don't know that.
Oh God, like what do you know?
I
Like
know
that is so
songs,
basic.
I know songs. I can sing for you songs.
Sing me a song. I'll be shocked. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that even
You told me
mean?
the meaning of the song was like, no, you didn't tell me. I was told by this Kikuyu called Charles that it was about this girl who gave who?
Oh my God.
It was about love.
I'm offended now.
It was about love. And you're told CG, I'll call Menda CG City, something like that.
What do you think? Anatuambia ukweli ama
It's
metu?
about love.
It's just about like
It's a love
the
story.
guy is trying to confess that he loves the girl.
Really? Then I was told that different.
I mean, I feel like we have the most beautiful songs, like love songs.
Yeah, you do.
Like we're blessed.
Yeah.
Except for this one little song.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
Jabel.
Ah, come on.
My
like-
Jabel.
Yeah.
My Jabel.
Lou was have nothing on us.
Look, no,
Let
we
me
have
wake
the
up.
most like
Let me sit here.
Good songs.
Kikuyu songs are nice. Jaluo songs are nice.
Yeah, they're not like right with the lyrics.
Yeah.
But this one Jaluo song wrote Kichezea.
Penny.
And if you understand what it means.
Yeah, I know. Like there's this person ambaye like
Nyasembo.
alikuanga in my, by the way, rap kind of like thing is
It
Spotify.
was a rumba mix and it was in between.
Really?
Yeah, so it was a nice song. Love.
Okay, but me I appreciate languages so much. Like, hey, there's this chick, Sudanese. Do you know Sudanese speak
I do like Sudanese people.
You do?
Yeah,
Same.
like I do. And then I have a thing with Ethiopian chicks.
Sorry in advance.
You know Jammu has a lot of Ethiopians.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, yeah.
Jamhuri.
Ethiopians and Sudan.
Yeah.
Sudan kind of like, oh, I'm like, oh
I met this
shit.
Sudanese chick last week
Uh-huh.
in a base, like we chill and all that. And then she was drunk, and then for some reason
Oh, she
give
was
off-
drunk.
Yeah, I
Damn.
give off therapist vibes. So they wakakuja.
I mean, you're cool to every person, I'm shocked. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
So she came and she was like, you Kenyans, I face racism. I'm like, huh?
Kenya? What?
I face racism.
That's a lie. I mean, she was drunk
No,
though.
but she even cried.
Imagine, I think it's there because I have been around friends who are like, Uchi, this girl, they will be black.
So that's the only reason.
But then again,
I think
like
it's colorism.
you already know, yeah, it's colour.
Yeah, there's a difference. I think there's a
Of course,
difference.
you are black, but you see, like people take it as different because my skin tone is different to yours. It's way darker than mine, so people see it as something that's not normal per se. Because
Okay.
you see, they're not used to it.
Can I say? Okay,
But-
let me ask.
They're just imagine they're just people who are just like that, like.
Imagine like, okay, it's my opinion. I don't want to sound offensive. Me, I feel like that is a kind of like a you issue.
Yeah.
Like if you don't appreciate how you look, you're supposed to be my issue. If I tell you are so light, are you supposed to feel offended?
Sometimes you face it so much, okay, now it gets into you. Like, anywhere you go, you get discriminated because of that, and then now it sticks. So when it sticks, so now your self-esteem goes down. Like, I do them, girl, do you know how lucky you are? Like, your face and like the colors is the same. You don't have to face hyperpigmentation. Do you know how that sucks?
You're using a lot of big words. I'm shocked.
It's like,
Okay.
you see, like, sisi, light-skinned people, our skin tones don't match. My face is white, yes, but my neck is pale as fuck.
Oh, let me ask you a question. Do you suffer like a skin issue whenever you go to the coast? Like, do you have to go with your what? Zinaitangwa sunscreen and stuff like that.
For light skin section, supposed to be paramount because of the sun.
Like, do you have to yourself?
Yeah, I do. Imagine we have to suffer, we have to escape.
Because me whenever I go to the coast, niko zile za I just need my boxers and stuff.
Me, since I'm from there.
Yeah.
So like. It's
Oh, you're from
something-
there, coast. That's where you come from. I thought you were from Nairobi, somewhere around Runda.
Somewhere around Runda.
Yeah.
No.
Huh?
Goes home.
Eh.
Jamani.
You know, so, okay, like, by the way, her sound ni kama kona ini accent. Ebu speak some Swahili.
No, you have to catch me. Like unanikacha unexpected.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Kuitoa. Jamani.
You know?
The typical stage.
Yeah.
And then there's kuna vile the unakata words. Like nataka, nilikuwa nitaka.
Mtaka, ndo.
You know, there was a time nilikuanga na staying Isili, section 3. Now I like those guys. Like how nasemaji ni kama wa Somali ama they are kind of like in between. So niko zile za like they are never kind of like in a hurry to do anything. Wako chilled. Bro.
That, like sucks about Mombasa. Like no, hakuna mtu mwenye ako na haraka na maisha.
Yeah.
Like you just chill.
If you find a guy with a lesson, jana.
Seriously, it's never a day, so.
Okay, it's a lesson. I don't know lesson.
Okay.
Okay, tell us a difference.
The difference
Something
is
different, yeah.
less-
Something
less-
different,
Okay,
yeah.
ladies wear lessos, guys wear something called
Kanzu.
si kanzu.
Kanga.
Zile mawis is Somali. Mawis zinaitwa nini?
The Arafat. No.
Kikoi.
Oh, Kikoi.
It's like unaifunga hivi, unairub. Then like
Oh,
you can
yeah.
just go out like that.
The difference is the material.
Yeah, and how you wear it.
As in, do they wear boxers inside? You don't know.
Some don't, and they are
Yeah.
traumatized.
Have you ever gotten traumatized?
Road, yes! You're on the road, someone is crossing. You're like, when are you going a third lane?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. You know what came into my mind sahi?
What?
Ile ngoma ya Babli.
Like, there are no people, like, literally, once they do that even without
Oh
dancing.
shit.
But like,
That's mad.
like sahi, when you go out like that, people call you out for going out like that. So like, kwa nini jamaa? Kwa nini unatumia hivyo?
How do you know?
How do you know? How do you not know?
It's
That's
not even a
big.
question.
So you just like unashikilia the koi in a way like
Go on.
For service. Because at the end of the day, it's still going to move.
Yeah.
You already know that it's still going to move.
Like how can girls see through sweatpants?
Size matters. And the material.
Was it the
I mean-
green ones?
Yeah, I mean,
Still.
but again, unajua like there was a time nilikuanga nataka kubaingi kanzu. Like you know the kanzu that was Swahili huvaa na vitu kaa hizo. But then somebody else, yeah. Now, okay, like nowadays watu wamekuwa so open minded. But then kuna msee alikuwa ananiambia like it's offensive. It is offensive
To do what?
to wear kanzu. Like you know like most of the Swahili people like ambao like huvanga so much of the kanzu wanavanga maybe wakienda to you know mosque prayers na vitu kaa hizo. So kwa like I wanted to buy a kanzu
Bro,
cause listen, I'm very controversial. Mimi natakanga kujaribu ingi watu na vitu. In this point niko nataka kujaribu. Sikiza. Nilikuwa nataka kujaribu watu na vitu. So in this manner nataka kuvaa kanzu niende nao church. Yeah.
so
it's a Nigerian thing.
yeah. Kanzu is not a Swahili culture thing. Kanzu is for Muslims, all Muslims. Like Muslims doesn't mean you have to be Swahili, you know, like it's inclusive. Unaweza kuwa Mkikuyu uvae kanzu sawa. So kanzu is something that is very diverse. It's not only culture or Swahili. Culture or Swahili, you see most of the Swahili culture stem from Bantu. So utapata wako na some cultures that is Kenyan, similar to Kenyans, na unapata some cultures that are like similar to Arabs.
Yeah, but then unajua like it was not more of a culture kind of like thingy, because you know like there is culture na kuna the religion kind of like thingy. That is my kind of like my worry. Nikivaa hii kitu itakuwa ina offend the other party in the religious kind of like way. Is it kind of like
It's not supposed to. It's not supposed
It's
to.
not supposed to be.
Yeah, she offended. Probably ako very rigid in his way of thinking. But Islam to you. But it's not
Yeah.
supposed to. Kwani, bro, like me no guys from like none of them. But kivaa ile candle, they wanaweka this type. I tell you like, because of the way it's white.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then you put on their white hair first.
Yeah.
The guy is not a Muslim. And he says,
Yo guy,
forget it.
silence, no
Get
silence.
into it.
Yo.
Yeah, it's really actually cool. Like, come on, there's a day I went downstairs, but like this has nothing to do with Muslims at all. There's a dude that been Fata. It was like
Yo what?
a dude, a guy, a random dude who was street.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I have? He didn't make the impression that I'm Muslim. He asked me, "Are you Catholic?"
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Really?
You know the white.
Apana,
Sometimes I wear
apana.
the
You know what I
white
think?
shirt.
I
Yeah.
think. You know what I think? Nothing ilikuwanga ni Riz.
Really? How can you risk me?
Come on, come on, come on. Apana, like come on, seriously, Catholic. Yeah?
Look.
Yeah, bro.
For instance, Ajafa Boy.
Yeah.
Like she's just casual.
Yeah, casual.
And then she's like I don't know, I can say like you're from the Vatican or something.
Yeah,
Still.
nikaulizwa kama mimi ni Catholic.
But then alikuwa okay, like see, I don't know.
Yeah.
This one, the white one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Kenyan Catholic churches
Don't do
and yo like
You guys I have, but you see, like the thing is, wao wanakuwaga na hiyo uniform. Because kama wewe the ladies do the church hapo. The ladies wear some blue. Do you know blue? Like shades of blue.
yeah.
And the dress is like
Yeah.
that blue. So I'm like, sawa, hiyo nikiona, then nita assume. You understand? But like,
I'm still caught in between. But then you look at the reason, like apana.
like I wanted to ask you, what was the reason?
Hiyo ni reason.
Because it's easy to ask you that than to just come in and ask you, okay, Muslim?
Yeah, exactly.
So like it's easier to ask you, are you Catholic? Because
Cause what I
related
get.
to Catholics, yeah.
Yeah, cause what I get, yeah, kuna wale Catholics who banga like the same, but then most of them wanafanyanga kuiongeza na kind of like ile yeah, most of them. So
The necklace, yeah.
so I don't know.
So then she's inside.
Hapana, like I don't know.
Akaanza kuniuliza nikupeleke Kisii. I was like, Ukanipeleka Kisii tufanye nini?
I mean, si nimewambia like yo, it was a starter, but then the starter was kind of like
I thought me just go.
hapana.
Okay,
Vijui ita zero though.
No, she's here telling us the story.
It was not
It did
true.
some.
Oh,
No, I was like, why do I give out the impression that I am?
I don't know.
But they don't.
I don't. You see, like ukiniona.
Yeah, I felt like yo, he was overthinking things, and then he was like, oh shit,
And then
simple
he
things.
was partially drunk because I could smell the alcohol.
Oh shit.
I was like, what?
It's confident.
What is your take on alcohol?
Okay, for me, if you drink alcohol, I don't mind, but I don't drink alcohol.
Have you ever? Shit.
Even
He's doing alcohol.
Mistaken.
even by
Like
mistake.
Coke and beer.
Even by mistake. Why would I mistake? Okay,
You know what? Okay, like many people say like wine is not alcohol. What do you think? I feel like you've taken wine.
I have not taken wine. Couldn't I look like a egg? I'm not that cool. Good to be a wine girl.
I mean, you don't have to be cool to take. Okay,
Okay, you have to be really cool.
Okay, not wine, champagne.
Shit.
Even champagne.
Even in a Muslim wedding.
Akuna, like, okay, some Muslims do drink, but it's not allowed.
Oh, Sam, like we are talking about you. Like,
No,
what about cocktails?
Not even cocktails.
Oh, shit,
Only
okay.
cocktails, I take virgin cocktails.
Okay, what about Moratina?
Muratina, I don't.
Oh shit.
No, it's not natural. Okay, the thing is, like every substance that affects the way your mind thinks is like not accepted in Islam. Even
Oh yeah, haram.
Cigara, bali, shisha. But then you choose your struggle. If you want to struggle with alcohol, you do it. Like ni wewe mwenyewe ndo unabeba msalaba yako, si mtu mwingine ndo anakubebea.
Oh,
Yeah,
you've not smoked hata weed.
I have.
Weed is good.
Bro, yeah.
Shit, wacha kwambia like weed is good. Weed is good for the soul, inafukuzangani mashetani.
Nani alikudanganya?
Fanya people smoke. Anga weird.
I know,
Zingine ni uongo tu lakini
but like that shit is so weird.
Okay, like now that you don't take any of those, yeah? Do you think Kenya should legalize nini? Wait,
Should.
why do you think so?
I feel like we could. You see the way South Africa iko mahali iko. It's not even because actually it's the like America of Africa. It's because of the legalization of weed. Their GDP is up, way up, and they're able to get more people, and the economy is haijaishuka. Imekuwa ikipanda hata kama maji kisha bado tunakunywa bangi. And you're talking about
But then you know, like me, okay, like there are so many people who have so many different ideas about the economy of South Africa as compared to other countries. But then for me, my feeling is still, it's because chini ya maji, South Africa is still undergoing apartheid.
It is.
It is. That's an idea.
But it's like it's not like it's not publicly done. Like they do it undercover. Like nika hapa.
like their parliament is still full of whites.
Yeah.
And they all like bigger positions than the blacks.
Yeah.
So it means like they make the like the most important decisions of the country. Back aside.
Do you think on that point that tukakuwa na so many whites in Kenya, ama if we allowed so many whites in Kenya, that our economy will be in a very good position?
Maybe Chinese.
Maybe Chinese? Bro, what do you mean?
Those guys are just like Africans. So like me and me prefer Chinese than like they can also survive.
Yeah, they can survive, but like why would you allow yourself to be put under such conditions? Yeah, in this era. You understand? Like it doesn't make sense.
I think it's more like, you see, it's not that brain capacity it is lower than how they do things. We have people who can do things even way better than they can. So I think it's more like we should have a culture in Kenya more like we should be able to do things for ourselves.
Also,
Because we have a lot of
We
resources.
have the capacity.
We have a lot of things, but
But then it stems from corruption, greed, and all that.
yeah, like this guy I saw in Kenya. Like I don't know what he made. He made like I think he took engineer pikipiki and he made like a small car.
Oh yeah.
And he made like 6 of them. So not how that's
Mimi nakwambia like
Yeah.
instead of having like containers,
Yeah.
you know, like your stuff which cost by 200 pounds.
mimi nakwambia naweza kuambia like unacheki like
Like mtu wako like two
unacheki
Germany stuff.
unacheki kama hizi vitu ambazo like zimekuwa adapted siku hizi like na tuseme kama Uber Eats na like hizi delivery stuff za food za nini hizi unakuta like bicycle iko na kind of like some engine.
Yeah.
Mimi naweza kuambia even like 5 years ago in my hood there was a guy alikuwa na hiyo stuff bicycle ya kawaida iko like na engine ya kala ka pikipiki
Lakini hiyo mimi naona ni kifo.
hadi kifo.
Baiskeli na engineer pikipiki.
Yo guy
Yeah, bro, I'm coming.
bro wacha nikwambie like that thing ilikuanga kind of like for me ilikuanga kind of like good. I don't know.
I think because of the way your baiskeli imeundwa. Thin and light. Acha iko tu baiskeli. Because the engine ya pikipiki. Unaona the baiskeli hata ukigonga kama unaenda.
Unaweza anguka vibaya. But then tukiongelelea pia bike, unajua like kuna kitu ilini shock. Kuna bike ya 500k. shit bro, ati sijui carbon what, sijui carbon. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have.
Baiskeli ya 500, but like yo, me I can't buy that, but then there's
But
somebody
it's
up there.
electric. Yeah.
Not like that, not even
has-
in
Yeah.
hata si electric ama anything, ni bike lakini ni kama hizi za kurace.
What's like?
I don't know.
Ni mnafanya cartoon ya idea.
Around this point, I kind of lost some footage of, what we were going to speak about, but then I've got a bit of whatever we kind of like ended up voicing, so kindly
Alikuwa
tell
Muhammad.
me.
Muhammad was a very good guy, intelligent na kila kitu, but then he was that guy ambaye like I don't know, like whatever you're talking about alcohol and everything, I think alikuwa na kunywa and then alikuanga na some other side kind of like alikuwa napenda the ladies, we all like ladies, lakini alikuwa nawapenda more ama he was attractive in that aliwezanga kubagingi so many ladies in that nini. Being kwa gang yake ulikuwanga like na opportunities za yo unajua like whenever you're with somebody like you are sure check it, like either you were exposed to some people, good people ama ladies ama even beer ama vitu kama hizo. Yeah, there's some benefits. So it got to a point where they started dating with this lady back in campus. Na walikuwa na flow vizuri, this lady alikuwa na come through na vitu kama hizo na nini. The lady wasn't, and that's why excuse. And that's where listen, and that's where my question is headed. By the way, like seriously. So walifanyanga kudating so well in campus. The Chile was kind of like so obsessed with this person. Skiza. Wakaendelea fiti, but then ikafika to a point ambapo like we are going to maliza the campus kind of like thingy. Of course, like I think who dem alikuwa najua like Mohammed is a cute kind of like person, so I think alikuwa na allow Mohammed pia like kucheat ama kuflirt na other ladies. But then sinakwambia like this Chile, skiza. Yeah, I know. But then, because obviously it would be so easy for Mohammed to dump this Chile and get another Chile, because obviously he's cute, he's having a lot of money na vitu kama hizo. Ako na bargaining power ambayo iko juu, if you get what I mean. So it got to a point ambapo like Moha alikuwa na wase wengi, but then the Chile ambaye like tulikuwa tunajua nyewe ilikuwa na flow na yeye most of the time. This Chile angekuja kuhangout na even for a week ama sometime. But then ile tulifikanga kumaliza campus, vitu zikaanza kuwa wavy. And then it got to a point where it got so heated, they started even having an argument. And Mohammed was like, you know what? You knew from the start this thing was not going to work. I can't even get to a point where I'm marrying you na vitu ka hizo. This Chile was like, hey, why are you leading me on na vitu ka hizo? At that point, mimi, I had no idea, still siko like 100% about the point ambapo like it gets to a Muslim, kind of like dating, ama even marrying the other kind of like from other religions. So many kwanga like it got to a point in that argument kwa like yo, hata kama tutaendelea kudate, I can't even marry you. This is nothing, like I mean nothing to me at this point. Years now down the line, I came to learn Mohammed got married to a Chile who was Muslim. Yeah.
Okay, see.
You already know my question?
I already know your question.
Okay.
So, like you see this whole thing of Muslim dudes dating Christian girls. See, I think they can't marry Muslim Jews. They can. That's the first thing. So, second thing, if you decide to be with a Muslim guy in campus, be ready for heartbreak because it never works out. So, because
The same applies to the ladies.
no, the ladies cannot get married to Christians because you see, in a relationship for us, for Muslims, or in a marriage, it's usually the man who has the upper hand. The man is like, it's not toxic, but like you have to follow your man.
It's patriarchal,
Like it's not patriarchal, but like normally men are the ones who are supposed to lead.
okay, yeah.
So like for us to get married to a Christian man, then we'll be deviating from our faith. We will be following what the man does. Like even look at, like when you look at yourself in a relationship, you find that the girl eventually like starts having a slang, starts talking like you do.
Yeah.
You understand? So for women, we learn from our partners and we just try to become like them.
Yeah, but then before when the like you talked about as in a lady in Islam anafaa like to go as per the lead ya mwanaume. So what is the issue with kind of like being led by a Christian man?
The issue is
The generations back.
Innocent generations. The thing is, if let's say for example, if I'm led by a Christian man, then the chances of me living my practices and all that is higher than compared to when I'm married to a Muslim man. Sawa? Like nikiona unaenda sherehe, mimi nitaenda na sherehe, but sherehe kwetu haikubadili. Eventually mimi kama your wife, I will start living your life and living my religion. You see, like for Muslim women, we are the most protected, and we are the most protected because we birth generation. So we are the ones who keep the religion going. Unanielewa?
I'm confused.
So for us to continue that,
Okay.
we have to get married to a Muslim man.
Okay.
So that this particular
yeah.
Muslim man guides us and protects us and provides for us. Like in Islam, when I get married to my husband, my money is my money, but his money is our money.
I mean, it happens nowadays. It's the same thing.
Like that's the whole concept in Islam. Literally, like the wife is supposed to be taken care of. The wife in Islam is not called a housewife. In Islam, a wife is called the queen of the house.
Bro, what do you think? What do you think?
Like
Oh God. Okay, sawa.
woman, si lazima ukiolewa ufanye kazi. Sawa, si lazima. Like you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to provide. You're not the one supposed to go out and hustle nini. That's where the religion says like, kama wewe unataka, then your man is not supposed to
Prevent your.
refuse.
Okay, yeah.
Wewe mwenyewe ndo unaenda unajitafutia. Kama anaweza. So you live according to your man's standards. Like if he can't afford, he can't afford. You can't force him to afford something he can't. So
I mean, that's
you
how
are
it should be,
supposed-
isn't it?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
supposed to like live according to your means. You're not supposed to be greedy. You're not supposed to hold like let's say a very expensive wedding. Like for us, you can just go and do a nikah. Nikah ni kama tu nenda tuko kadhi muna sign and that's it. Si
Yeah.
lazima host party, sijui uchukue madeni. But if you're able, then you can.
I mean, I feel like Muslims they are known to throw the biggest kind of like wedding.
Yeah, it's because
Shit,
most of
like they
us
do. Yeah.
are able to afford. And if you come on Swahili have a really bad culture, and Muslim Swahilis are unaenda wanachukua hadi madeni.
Hadi madeni.
Hadi madeni.
Oh
Yaani
shit.
wewe you getting married, harusi yako inaanza na deni. Na hata hujaanza maisha.
I can't
See,
do
no,
that, by the
that's
way.
not allowed.
Yeah.
That's not allowed in our religion or culture kabisa. That's not allowed. So
The one thing I love about this, like you guys are able to maintain your faith from the day you're born. Paka anakuwa adults. Like that person bado ako deep into the faith.
Yeah.
You know, like not for us like Christians. Deviate all over. Tena unakam tena una find tena your something you are seeking. Because you deviate you all over like something to una seek. Something spiritual.
Like yeah, I know like human beings are spiritual beings, and you have to find your way to what gives you peace. And sometimes the religions that you choose or the paths that you take and you take away the spirituality. That is how the world comes into you. Like you're supposed to be in the world, but the world is not supposed to be into you.
Into you.
Damn.
Yeah, things,
Let me.
that's not like things like alcohol. Like
Alcohol,
yeah.
sherehe, ndio maana sisi tumekataza alcohol.
But the alcohol kills spirituality totally.
Yeah.
And weeds too. So yeah.
Kama sherehe.
As in, you're missing a lot.
The thing is, when it's not bad, you can't get to shake it. You know, because it's supposed to shake a watch, it takes spoil. Okay? So we smoke with that mentality, yeah, customer. Those guys are like ritual for them. Those guys.
Yeah.
Yo.
That's awesome.
Yeah, true.
But then, okay.
They have like good mentality, but now the knowledge that on access, they no longer very wrong. No, they just. And I'm sure, you know, like Muslim can back the fake facts. They can take all the way to Mecca, all the way to Nini. You know, if you find the Muslim elders,
Yeah.
for Christians, we can do the same. We can take you to Jerusalem. But for these other ones, you find that it's just someone started with like a philosophy. Yeah, and then it just grew. And then you just come to believe.
Unaanza kukua things out of like reality. Kama for example, unaambiwa like God created everything and everything is perfect. No. And everything is the way God wanted it to be, and the world is the way it is. Sindio? That's the basis. And then unapata human beings coming up with inventions. Okay. Some inventions are good, some are very bad and toxic. Kama if you look at just Kenya in itself, people industrialization occurred in Kenya. And then what has industrialization cost the whole world, or rather human beings in general, or rather Kenyans? Right now, the water production is very bad. And imagine this natural water like rivers, lakes that are supposed to provide us with natural water are now polluted.
Industrialization.
Yeah. And what, like, how has it affected human beings? You see, Kitambo, like if you go all the way to the spiritual places, Middle East, Jerusalem, or in the book of Wangalie, you compare yourself to, let's say for example, a fossil, come up in a mountain, kuna footprint. Kuna footprint ya human being. If you compare it with how little we are now, what is the cost of that? The cost of that is industrialization and all this. Like we are slowly becoming an abnormal species. In that, girls are starting to mature as early as 8, and that is not normal. Girls, Kitambo, they used to mature at 16.
That's too good.
You see, like Sai.
Yo.
Yeah.
Class 2. What do you mean?
Class 2. They were about the periods.
Class 2, like
Yeah.
I don't know that is. I don't know.
8 years mtako class.
Class 2.
Ako class
Oh yeah,
2.
shit. By the way, hapana.
Yeah.
Class 2. Shit. Okay. No, that's a lot.
Then unaangalia
Bro, cheki. You don't get to attack DJ Afro, but tumelelewa na wewe. Machete.
Machete kills.
You see what I'm saying?
like,
Bro.
like the world is being corrupted. Now people have the world in them, but in reality they have to be in the world because that's what
Yeah.
created inside the world, not the world inside us.
But then obviously, you know, that like something that you have to agree, each and every one of us need to living in such a world where there are so many social evils, there are so many kind of like things ambazo like, okay, inventions na pia practices ambazo like zina to lead into evil. It is so difficult, by the way, because imagine.
But the most, like let's say 70% of the time you fail.
Yeah,
Fall into
you just have to be human. Cause one, imagine, like if you just ushuke kwa you stairs and then you see somebody who is naked here, like somebody who is supposed to be like age ya mamako. Like, do you know by looking at that person, it's sin. Hiyo ni sin. Ama like unatembea tu hivi and somebody talks bad. The thought, unajua the thought of how that somebody ameongea na nini, you've thought of that person as somebody who is evil. The thought of it, yani thought yenyewe being that iko evil, you've already seen. So it's difficult, like it's difficult being in such a world.
But really, there's one thing I think hapo kwa industrialization, I think that most of the time these things from when they begin, it's neither good or bad. Like it's just that in between. So I think what we choose to do during such circumstances, what defines it, is what will make it move from a middle point to be either being bad or good. So as human beings, we are advancing in every single aspect of every single way. We are always advancing each and every single time. So, because there's no way you tell me the same way we were 1,000 years ago, it's the same way we will remain by doing the same things. Like we are changing the time. So I think that maybe most things happens because of the choices you choose to make. Like every single time, every single choice. Like I didn't know the moment you get unashukapo chini usiandike nini. Hakuna kitu ungefanya. The lady was going to be there. So the first thing you're going to do is see. What you choose to do after seeing is what will make it be bad or be good. So if you choose to clothe her, then there's nothing wrong you've done. You've done something good. You choose not to take a video and post it, then it's becomes
but then have you ever thought about this thing, Like there's maybe such an instance ambayo like nimepatiana about such a person who is naked na vitu kaa hizo, unakuwa like as a Christian or maybe as a Muslim, as somebody who is in the religious kind of like background, you're supposed to do something about it. But then listen, but before unakuwa like if I do this thing itani torment, but then if you don't still na uishie seme hata kama unaenda home kwa mat utakuwa like shit.
But do you know think something good has nothing to do with religion? Like nothing at all to do with religion. Doing what is right has nothing to do with religion. Because unaweza pata mtu, somebody who has no idea what the Bible is, who has no idea what the Quran is, and you'll still find them doing good and nice things. And then when you ask them, you say, it's just by me, I think that is the right thing to do. That's the just thing to do. So at the end of the day, it's religion guides you.
Yeah.
Religion is a guide, but at the end of the day, it's just you and your decisions. It has nothing to do with religion.
So, but to clear on that point, I would just like to understand your point, because me have been in a Christian background for the longest time, and I think to overhear this thing for the longest time. Na pia mimi nimefanya kuadopt kind of like a saying that I'm not a religious person, I'm a spiritual person. So when it comes to maybe Muslim, yeah, I know.
Saying the same thing.
Yeah.
When you say you're not religious but you're spiritual, in fact, it makes you more religious.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Because you see, it's good.
What do you mean?
The fact that he's saying that because having a spirit or being spiritual is confirming that you believe in a supreme being.
You know, whenever I talk about listen.
In spirit, but like something within you already knows that there's an existence of a supreme being. That is why the essence of the spirituality comes in.
Okay, for me when I hear someone say like I'm spiritual, I'm like mtana fa kuwasaiyo ananiprofesia things like prophesying, things like fasting for 40 years.
No, I don't think that.
That to me that is spirituality.
You know what?
So that person amefanya ni the mind, the body, and the soul zimekuwa signed through.
I mean,
reading the verses.
Skiza, like
But
my understanding. I mean, you cannot judge me as according to whatever I'm saying. What I'm trying to say, ama what my understanding is, it's a bit different. Kwa sababu when I say I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, namaanisha hivi. For instance, whenever tuanzie from the beginning, whenever you're getting maybe your birth certificate ama your registration, there's a point ama maybe your visas ama your stuff ka hizo, there's a point ambapo like you're asked to take whether you're Muslim, Hindu ama Christian na vitu ka hizo. Na cheki, unaweza kuwa like you've never even ingiad in a church, but then your parents from kitambo like their background iko wamekulelea like ukiwa Christian like unafaa kwenda, but then you chose not to go to that nini route. Unacheki, you take Christian ama you take Muslim, and then there's another person. Maybe for me, I'm still kind of like kama venye amesema, I'm still like being a human ni kujirealize each and every time like ukigrow when una grow, si ndio? There's another person that like I'm spiritual in this nature. I'm born again. I serve the Lord. There are things I can do. There are things I cannot do, like because this is what I believe. And then there's also a thing about like nani alikuwa nasema, Maryam hapa alikuwa nasema about being in the world ama letting the world being in you. Unacheki? Nasemaje, like being in the world, I feel like it's more kind of like inaweza kuwa like annexed na kitu kama spiritualism. Like being in the world, you can be in the world and not kind of like do certain things. But then if you let the world ingie, inaweza kuwa like you are religious. Yes, I'm a Christian because of the practices that I do. Me wendanga church, that is it. But then the connection with God and the things that are supposed to be godly, I feel like that is what I take as spiritualism, mama being spiritual.
And do you know, like, literally, do you know why Muslims are able to stick to their religion, like, from when they are babies to adults? It's because toka tukiwa wadogo tumeambiwa like be in the world in a sense like exist just to know that your time is limited and just know you're going to answer to someone. Even if we don't know how the world is,